Hi there, this is Andrea, your relationship coach and hypnotherapist. I just wanted to quickly introduce this short podcast to you. Honest Steve wanted to get hypnotized. What you don't know about him is that he has a very busy, racing mind and he struggles to relax. For the past 15 years he's also suffered from insomnia. So he was just accepted that that's just how it was for him, and so I offered to do some hypnosis and some hypnotherapy with him just to see whether we could relax him just that little bit more. And so I did the hypnosis, which hasn't been recorded, but what has been recorded is his immediate emergence out of hypnosis and his immediate experience of it. And so for the first minute or so it's quite quiet. He's very still, feeling peaceful, feeling very, very super relaxed, so relaxed that he can't be bothered to talk for the first minute. And if you knew anything about Honest Steve, you know Honest Steve is a total chatterbox, loves talking, love him to bits for that. So this was like a totally new experience for him. So whilst you can't see any images, it was, we both have a good time together and laugh a lot, so you'll hear a lot of me giggling because I could see his face and he had really glazed eyes and a very serene look and this really lovely smile, and he was just so chilled out. And it was really wonderful. It was really wonderful to see. So but now I'll just let you hear his words, and like I say, just after about a minute or so you'll hear more clearly what he has to say. How are you feeling?
I'm relaxed. Not very chatty, am I, at the moment?
Just enjoy. It's alright. Take your time. Take your time. It's the most quiet I've ever seen you.
Yeah, I bet it is. So was that good?
Well, you tell me, it's your experience.
Yeah, of course it is. It was great. It's funny because obviously me being like I am,
Which is, what do you mean?
Because I do struggle to relax, and because I have a busy mind, and you have got things okay, there's not a constant stream, which was good. I felt like there was moments when I was sort of thinking, am I asleep? Am I not? Because of course you can hear you, can't you? So you think, well, I can't be asleep. So there was moments when I was having this sort of conversation with myself, and then you'd say it, wouldn't you? You'd say like, you might be thinking, am I hypnotised? Am I not? What am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Pardon me, excuse me. And that's exactly what I was doing myself.
Yeah.
I was thinking, am I? Aren't I? What? But how does? But it wasn't constant though, which was good. And when you were asking me to envisage, I was able to do that first and foremost. Yeah, very good. I do feel a bit lazy now.
What was it like to feel those good feelings?
It's nice, yeah, it is nice. It was nice. I didn't know whether physically what was happening after a while was I got a little bit of pins and needles, in part. Well, I don't know whether it's because I was relaxed, and obviously the weight of my arm was probably pushing down on some blood circulation. So I moved it because I was getting a little bit to the point where I was very relaxed, but so much so I was sort of folding over, and I was conscious of the fact that maybe I had a little bit of pain between my shoulder blades off my neck, because my neck was like right down. Okay. But I didn't feel like holding it up again. I didn't feel like I wanted to. So I was letting it fall. I let everything relax. But that was perhaps pulling a little bit there. But at the same time, I was still, normally, if I felt any pain, because I do get a few aches and pains, I would obviously I'd just move.
Yeah.
I'd move and correct myself all the time, which is probably why I wriggle like hell when I'm in bed, you know, toss and turn or whatever. Because if I feel any discomfort, I'll obviously try to move to loosen up. But I didn't, which is weird. Yeah.
So that was you being hypnotised.
So that's being hypnotised.
Yeah.
Right.
And was there anything remotely scary about it?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
Not at all, no.
Not at all, is
No,
it?
No.
Nothing at all.
No, not at all. It's peaceful.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think some people don't, when they've not experienced it before, they'll think it's this, I don't know, you're going to lose control or something, but there was nothing. It actually feels good.
Yes, it does. There's nothing to be scared of at all.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. And so you pictured a veranda and a lake. That's what came to your mind. And that's quite...
I can still see that now.
It's clear, isn't it?
Is
it a place you've been to before? Or
no, I haven't been anywhere, have I?
Right.
I think it was somewhere like in the Italian lakes.
Wow, have you been?
No.
Right, okay.
I've seen
See
stuff.
pictures.
Yeah, it looks very nice. Very expensive probably too.
Yeah.
But yeah, lovely.
So what about, this good are you feeling that good feeling right now?
I feel relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
More relaxed than when you came?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good. That's good, because I think that's what we said. If I could do that for you today, then
That's a good start, yeah?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's a very good start, of course.
So I must be receptive to it.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That is good. That gives me a bit of hope.
Yeah. Yeah. So is there anything that you'd say to anyone who is considering being hypnotised or seeing a hypnotherapist and nervous about it? What would you say to them?
I just have got absolutely nothing to worry about. Yeah, no, nothing at all. I'd really try to impress that on them that there's no way there's anything to be scared of. It's quite intriguing, really.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting to see how you do react to it. Whether you can or you can't, or whether you do or you don't. But absolutely nothing to be scared of. No. Not at all.
And so you had an idea of what it might be, and so when you compare perhaps what you thought it might be to what it was, what would you say?
I'd say that I suppose I thought I'd be completely and utterly like as if I was those 4 nights a year that I get, like you said about when you sleep and you don't know you've moved. I thought I'd be like a zombie, in other words, like a zombified state where I was absolutely unaware, completely and utterly unaware. The difference was I was aware. It was funny how I was very relaxed, and I was very much concentrating on your voice, but I could still hear a couple like that scratching bush trick, that thing goes. Yeah, I could hear that, and earlier on I could hear, like you said, you mentioned the traffic. Funny enough, at the exact moment when you were saying about relaxing, and you said you might be able to hear the traffic outside. I thought, yeah, I can. And you might be able to hear something. I don't know what you said now. The other thing, I thought, yeah, I can. So it was more. It's weird. It's very strange.
Go on.
It's hard to describe.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe how you are relaxed, but you are also aware.
Yes. Which is what I said before, wasn't
it?
Yeah.
You said you were actually sometimes more aware.
Yeah.
I'd say, it's difficult to describe that to somebody, but yeah.
And was it easy for you to picture those? What came to your mind, was that easy for you to see? Was it quite? Yeah,
that was easy. It's funny though, isn't it?
Yeah. And when I put my hand on your shoulder, what was that like?
Nice, soothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the beginning, if you can remember, could you actually feel yourself getting more and more relaxed? Was there a point where you just...
Yeah, it's funny because when you were telling me to concentrate on that point, on a point, I was concentrating on that point, and I was thinking, my eyes were starting to glaze, and I was thinking, I'm supposed to be looking at that, and I'm supposed to be keeping my peripheral vision. But as I was glazing, thinking, I've got to keep focusing on that. I've got to keep looking at it. I was really trying to look at it, so like really, really trying. You must keep looking at that spot, keep looking at that spot. I thought, am I really looking at that spot now or not? Because I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it, but my eyes are glazing. I don't know whether I'm supposed to be really looking at it. I don't know whether I should like really try and refocus, or whether I should just. It's supposed to blur. Funny.
And that's your mind, isn't it?
I was trying so hard to look, and I was thinking, but then you did say about your eyes will probably close or something. I thought, well, it's obviously all right. They do close then.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I don't want to just close them because she said it's okay if I close them. So I need to try to focus, but if they do close, it's not the end of the world.
Oh my god!
Funny.
Oh, it's great.
It's funny, isn't it?
Because I think at some point, so I don't know, you looked as if you're getting confused when I was saying about sleep, deep sleep, deep sleep. I was giving you those instructions. Do you remember?
I do. I remember that. But I was confused because I didn't know whether I was supposed to. I was trying to compute. Yeah. Because I was more relaxed and I was sort of a bit dozy.
Yeah.
I was thinking, hang on a minute. Am I supposed to be going sleep, deep sleep, breathe, sleep, deep sleep, or am I supposed to breathe 3 times and then say, I didn't know whether I should breathe 3 times, then say it 3 times, or breathe, say, breathe, say. Okay. And I was thinking. Funny.
So eventually your eyes did close.
They did?
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, she did say it didn't matter, so it's more comfortable closed.
Yeah. Brilliant. And so when I was lifting your hand up, what was that like for you? And it was all...
It was very flop. I didn't, like you said, I was very conscious of you saying, don't try and hold it up, don't help me, but don't. Yeah. So I just thought, right, I will just let it go. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Of course, it fell further down. Yeah. And then I thought, well, actually, it's more comfortable there than it was there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's nice when my hands just did nothing rather than sort of spread on my legs, if you like.
Yeah. And then when I asked you to count down backwards and see the numbers then to go, what was that like?
That was funny, because I thought, that's a lot of numbers at first. I thought, bloody hell, 100. But then when you said about, you might only get to 96, I thought, I'm going to get further than that. But then you can't be arsed.
You think, what's the point?
Yeah. You can't be arsed. I think I did stop at 96. I don't think I got to 95. Okay. And I was thinking I should say 95. She probably thinks I'm not going to say 95. But I'm going to say 95. And I didn't do it. No! That's funny, isn't it? She said 96. I'm going to say 95. And then I thought, I can't be arsed.
Oh God, brilliant.
So I don't know if I'm responding how I'm supposed to respond. It's funny, isn't it?
You respond perfectly.
Really?
Yeah, perfectly. In the way, whatever's perfect for you is perfect.
Yeah, you said there's no rights and wrongs.
There's no rights and wrongs.
So what would have happened if I had gone down, down, down? I mean, what would you have thought if I'd have been going like 84, 83...
5, 3. I've been looking at my watch. Come on. I've never had that experience. Yeah. I'd probably think something's going terribly wrong if that was the case.
Yeah. So
it's probably more willpower fighting against it as opposed to just.
Yeah, well, because I am stubborn. That's probably the part of me that thought, well, I'm going to get further than that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, I know what's going on. I've understood that instruction, so obviously I'm just going to keep fucking going.
And that's the point. It's like, and that's what I was trying to say. You have choices. You're in complete control, and you could have gone on, but what would be the point?
Yeah. You
it's
do
like,
think, well,
what's the point?
Yeah.
What do you achieve? And then, so it's like you're always at choice. You're always in control, and you decide. Because because you were deciding that
Yeah.
at the end of the day, because you could have done what you wanted to do, but again, what would be the point? There'd be
Yeah, there's definitely have a conversation with yourself about, like, say, one part of you thinks, well, yeah, okay, I can do that, no problem. Yeah, well, and then the other part of you just thinks, well, what for?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So what do you think, to round off, what do you think you would take away just from this experience today?
I suppose I'll take away hope.
Okay.
That this can do something for me. Because I seem to be receptive to it.
Yeah.
It gives me hope that it might do something useful. It might genuinely work for me to get a couple of things cleared up.
Yeah.
Be able to go forward, yeah.
Yeah. And is that just from what I've said, or from an actual experience that you had?
You mean in terms of giving me the hope?
Yeah.
I think it's from both, because you said, obviously, some people can't be hypnotised, some people can't, some people can, but some people can't because for whatever reason. And I suppose at that point I thought, well, I hope I can be, because obviously, if I can be, then I know I'm not sceptical enough, but I know I'm sort of, I don't think there's a magic potion, if you like, to solve problem. Certainly, if there's a big problem, if you've got something that really bothers you, which I have, you think, well, I live in hope that it could work, but I don't. It's very difficult to envisage that there's you can't guarantee these things. So I thought, well, it'd be nice to see if I can be hypnotised, because if I can be hypnotised, and I don't know whether as you learn and listen, whether I can go into a deeper state, like you say, and maybe unearth something, try to find, whatever it is that's bothering me with certain things. But it gives me hope that maybe, just maybe, if I've made a good start, if that's a good start, what I've just done.
Yeah. Well, you felt you had a real experience there. You felt what you felt. You saw what you saw. I didn't tell you to go to envision.
No.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So that says to me that I'm susceptible to it. So that gives me hope that maybe, just maybe, with a bit of work, I could, get deeper into it. And I don't know what it does. Like obviously, you've been there. Yeah. You've done it, and you were blown away, weren't you?
Yeah,
so
I was.
I'd love to be blown away.
I was.
If I get a result, you had a result, so that's why you're blown away.
Yeah.
I'd like to be there.
Yeah.
I'd like to get a result and be genuinely staggered that it's worked. But it gives me hope that might be the case.
That's good. Okay, that's
so
good.
that's what I take away, really.
Brilliant.
Encouragement.
Brilliant. And to feel relaxed, when have you felt this relaxed?
I suppose occasionally, when it's probably those few times a year.
Few times a year.
Those few times a year when you have a properly good sleep. And when you are awake, when you haven't got to get up for work, for instance, it might be a day where it's not a work day. You feel like you slept quite well. You haven't set an alarm, so you've woken up and you're comfortable. Because a lot of the time I'm not, and I've not got I've not got a dead arm, or I'm and I'm genuinely comfortable. I might look at the cross and think, God, it's 8:20 or something, and I think that's great. That's nice. That's a nice relaxing feeling. But more often that's not the case, is it? It's like, oh fucking, I'm surprised I've woken up too early again, or oh, the alarm's gone off and it's work, and all the things that just think, well, that's not relaxing. But the other way is, so the last time would be probably that way. You sort of feel that there's you haven't got to get up for anything or something, even if it's still more, obviously, because I don't want to. But it's like, I'm not making any sense.
No, you're struggling now. I think you're.
I know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's hard because obviously more often than not. I mean, I do. I know I know, like when I sit down in a chair, put the tenor or something, I do, particularly that bad habit of, get a drink, get some chocolate, feet up, telly on, and I will sit there and think, nice, But I don't think I'm as relaxed as that, because that was a sort of, you are actually half asleep, whereas obviously when I'm sat there, I'm not. So I'm relaxed, because I'm comfortable doing it, but I wouldn't say I was as relaxed as I am doing, as I was then.
Right.
Because I was sort of half asleep then. So, and I wasn't breathing much. I noticed the breathing was very laboured.
Yeah. So that's interesting that you're saying like there's probably literally four times throughout the year that you get a proper, decent, good sleep.
I don't know what triggers that, by the way. I don't know whether it's just
be
being completely worn out or whether it's. I have no idea.
It'd be interesting to find out. And that even when you're sat in front of the television, you got your glass of wine and your chocolate or whatever, you're still.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm okay. I'm comfortable doing that. I like doing that.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm under duress.
But this was different.
Yeah, it's different to that. I can't really describe it, but it's different to that.
So just imagine what it would be like if you could, and you can take this good feeling with you and this sense of relaxation, what it would be like when you're sitting down and watching your TV or just before you go to bed.
It'd be nice to be able to do it in bed, wouldn't it, at bedtime?
Yeah. It's all
nice to be able to just... And I would have thought that would certainly...
Because the thing is, you did relax, so it is possible for you to relax. Where I don't think you really believe in that you could, and you were saying, my mind's always been you had an experience that it wasn't.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So it is possible for you. How do we know? Because you've just experienced it.
Yeah.
That's the fact.
Yeah, definitely.
So now you can't say to yourself, my mind is always busy, and even if you do, there's a way out for you because you've just experienced it.
Try and tap into that.
Yeah.
So think, right, how did I do that then?
Yeah. And so everything that I was saying to you, I should have said you'll remember everything, maybe you won't, but now. But it was about letting go, focusing your attention on one thing to the exclusion of everything else. Taking deep breaths. And on this occasion I asked you to say sleep, deep sleep. It's just a way into this process on this occasion. And allowing yourself to let go, giving yourself permission to let go. That's all I was doing with you, really. And obviously I'm guiding you to that place, but it's nothing that you couldn't do for yourself.
Right.
Basically, that's what I'm saying.
With practice.
With practice. Definitely practice. And you should, throughout the rest of your day, just feel just a bit more relaxed than perhaps you normally would have done.
That's nice, yeah. That would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, you are right now still.
Very, yeah. I'm a bit dozy, actually.
Yeah, I can tell with your eyes. Because what can happen when you've been hypnotised? Your eyes can go a bit bloodshot on yours. Or...
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a little bit dozy at the moment. Well, that's, like I said, that's no bad thing, is it?
So thank you.
No, thank you.